tracking the 718 out of the box was the spongy pedal feel. I've read a lot on the forums that people thought I was crazy, that the pedal feel and the brakes were just fine. However, I upgraded the master cylinder to the Spider master cylinder for the GT4 Spider, and it made a marked improvement as well. The pedal feel is very, very firm. It's very reassuring when late braking into a corner at 118 to know you're gonna have a great pedal feel with strong brakes. And with that, I run Castrol SRF brake fluid, and I've played with and experimented with a couple of brake pad compounds that I will get into later. I'm currently running the Paget 29 RSs. I'm very, very happy with them. Also, I've ran the Furdo DS 1.11s. It had great results with the 111s. A fantastic pad. The Furdo 2500 track street combo, I bought one set and I will not track another set of those. They are good for spirited driving around on the streets, but they were substandard compared to the 111s and the 29 RSs here currently on the car. So before we get started with unbuttoning the car and getting it raised, I wanted to say a very big thank you to some people out on the internet that didn't even know they helped me out, but they did. First and foremost, BGB Motorsports, eMotion, Zero Disc, and Facebook Track Cayman's forum. I had an opportunity to buy fantastic deal on a set of GT4 calipers that I thought might have fit on the car, but each one of those organizations and companies and groups led me to understand that the GT4 has the GT3 uprights and would not fit on my 718 uprights. So they all, thank you very much, saved me from a very costly mistake, and I will highly encourage any of you who are considering mods to your 718 or any of your Caymans, any of your Porsche line, reach out if you are unsure if the part would fit or not. There are plenty knowledgeable people who are willing to share their knowledge graciously, so thank you very much.
Okay, before we get the car up in the air, I wanted to point out the reason why the Spider master cylinder was the one to use for the 718, and my handy dandy Craftsman pointer is pointing to the electrical connector at the bottom of the master cylinder, which is why the Spider is the required for the brake sensor to utilize.
Now, to finish up our discussion on brake setup, I've been holding on to these braided lined cables. You can see they have a nice big chunky protector on them, rubberized with a rubberized coating over top of the braided line. So one thing I was disappointed with, they actually came unprotected. There are no caps on here. So if you've ever looked inside these, the orifices are extremely narrow and tight. So I've done my best to keep them sealed up with some tape over the years that I've been holding on to these. And the reason why I've not installed them was sage advice actually I found on the internet with daily driving a car with braided steel lines. These lines are not designed to last the years or the abuse and or the movement of daily driving over and over and over. They're truly designed for track use, and highly recommended that you replace these annually just to keep yourself safe. You can look up on the internet to find even these steel braided lines do fail. So word of caution or to the wise, if you are running braided lines on your daily driver, keep a close lookout for them and look for any wear or deterioration. Sadly, this stainless braided line on the outside will not fail before the inner Teflon coating does, meaning that you'll experience a brake failure before you see any visible damage on the outside, typically. Not every time though. However, with me now not daily driving my car, I intend to install these at my next opportunity. I also have a handy dandy brake tester. Also, as promised, I did not lie, Castrol SRF brake fluid. I intend to test the brake fluid just for giggles. Brand new sealed container. Then we're going to test it in the vehicle itself. The brake fluid that's been hanging around in the reservoir and has been tracked and has been autocrossed, of course. So with that, I'm gonna leave you here. Next time you see a brake video, I'll be flushing the brakes with, of course, installing the braided steel lines, and we'll be doing a real world test. Granted, I didn't break the bank on my little tester kit here. However, for experimental use and just for giggles, we'll try it out. So with that, I'll leave you here. And next time you see these lines, we will be installing them. So as always, please leave comments, questions, and or tips for myself or anyone else looking to upgrade their brake lines and or anything else on these 718 Cayman. I think this will be a curious exploration into the modifications of what works and what does not work on the 718, and alleviate some stress or confusion on what actually will happen upon the modifications electronically with the vehicle. So thank you, looking forward to your comments.